Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're diving into something really extraordinary, a journey, really.
Absolutely. It touches on running, health,
hmm
what it means to be human deep down.
Exactly. And, if you've ever tried running, maybe you have that dream, effortless strides, feeling great.
That pure joy of just moving.
Right, but then the reality hits. For so many people, myself included, it's injuries. It's this constant paradox.
Mhm.
I actually remember talking to Dr. Joe Torg, a pioneer in sports medicine.
Oh, yeah, definitely know the name.
He looked at my foot pain, this chronic thing, and just flat out said, running is your problem.
Oof. Blunt.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's not just me. The stats are, well, they're kind of shocking. Even with all the fancy shoes, the tech.
The injury rates haven't budged.
No, one bit. Not in 30 years, apparently. So it makes you wonder, right? If all this modern stuff isn't working, what is the answer?
It's a huge question. And maybe, just maybe, the answer isn't more tech. Maybe it's older, like much older, an ancient solution almost.
And that's exactly where we're going today. This deep dive is all about that quest. One guy's story trying to fix his own running problems.
Which leads him to this hidden tribe, the Tarahumara.
Yeah, and this incredible race. They called it the greatest race the world would never see.
Quite a setup. Let's get into it.
Okay, so to really get this, we have to start where the author did. The Copper Canyons, the Barrancas in Mexico.
And this place, it's not just remote. The sources call it a lost world.
Yeah, most remote wilderness in North America. Like a shore-bound Bermuda Triangle.
Right, where lots of bad things can happen, and they're not kidding.
No. You've got man-eating jaguars, deadly snakes.
Yeah.
The heat is brutal.
And that weird canyon fever thing.
Yeah, this psychological meltdown from the isolation. It sounds intense, straight out of an adventure story.
It really does. And the people there, the Tarahumara or Raramuri, the running people,
Yeah.
their endurance is legendary.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that.
Well, there's this amazing story. An explorer totally wiped out at the bottom of a mountain.
Uh-huh.
A Tarahumara woman gives him this gourd with some murky liquid. He drinks it, and boom, he scales the peak like an overcaffeinated Sherpa. Turns out it was Tequino, their corn beer.
Wow. Instant energy.
Exactly. And they have this special energy food, too, lets them run all day without rest. But the thing is, they're so reclusive, you don't see them unless they want you to.
Blending into the canyon. Okay, so the author goes in, and it's not just nature he has to worry about, right?
Not at all.
Yeah.
He talks about this unnerving moment, sees a red Dodge pickup, tinted windows.
Just a truck.
Yeah, but it signals the drug cartels. Los Zetas, the New Bloods. These guys are notoriously ruthless.
Ruthless.
The source mentions them impaling the heads of police officers outside a government building as a message.
Okay, so really dangerous territory. Not just snakes and heat.
Definitely not. And amidst all that, you've got the Tarahumara culture, which has its own rules. Very subtle.
Like what?
Like approaching their caves. You don't just walk up.
No. What do you do?
You sit down like a few dozen yards away. You look the other way. Pretend you're just there.
Seriously. Just wait.
Yep. Wait for an invitation. The author and his guide, Salvador, they kind of messed this up with Arnolfo Kimari at first.
Ah, and that can...
Yeah, it can really piss them off, as the book puts it. Deeply offend them. It's about respect, unseen boundaries.
Okay, so the author is navigating all this. The danger, the culture, trying to understand these runners, and then he meets him.
Ah, Caballo Blanco, the white horse.
Yeah, this figure just appears. Tall, thin, chalky white man, jabbering his own language, just materializing on the trail. Sounds like a ghost.
He kind of was, in a way, but he was real.
Like a true.
Like a true.
Yep.
A former fighter, bit of a wanderer, known as the Gypsy Cowboy in ultra-running circles back in the States. Colorado, California, somewhere around there.
So an American, living out there.
Totally immersed. He wasn't just visiting, he lived it. He embraced their whole philosophy, especially Korima.
Korima?
It's kind of their economy, their social glue. It means you share instantly. Whatever you have, if someone needs it, you give it. No strings, no IOUs. Once it leaves your hand, it's gone. It's theirs.
Wow. That's radically different.
It is. And because Micah genuinely understood and lived by things like Korima, the Tarahumara trusted him, which was rare for an outsider.
And he had this big idea, right?
Oh, yeah. A huge, audacious plan. A race. A 50-mile ultra-marathon right there in the canyons.
50 miles through that terrain.
Exactly. Pitting the best modern ultra runners, the Western stars, against the best Tarahumara runners. The best of all time, as he saw it.
Why? What was he trying to prove?
It wasn't really about proving anything in a competitive sense. He wanted runners with the right spirit, real champions,
Yeah.
people like Scott Jurek, the American legend, and Arnolfo Kimori, the Tarahumara master. He wanted to bring these worlds together, but getting them both to trust him, to actually show up, that was the trick.
Okay, this race sounds epic, but you mentioned others tried something similar before. This guy, Rick Fisher.
Right, yeah. Years earlier. Fisher was a photographer, fascinated by the Tarahumara. He tried bringing them to the U.S. for the Leadville Trail 100.
Leadville. That's the super high altitude race in Colorado, right?
Brutal. Exactly. Highest city in North America. And yeah, brutal course, thin air, a place with a wild history too. Bandits, mystics. Doc Holliday even spent time there.
So, a tough race for tough people. Why didn't Fisher's plan work out so well at first? The Tarahumaras are tough.
They are, but it was.
Uh,
Well, a culture clash. Big time. Fisher didn't quite get it.
how so?
Tried to make them conform. Put them in modern running shoes. Sneaks, which they hated. They didn't understand aid stations. They just run, right?
Ah, self-sufficient.
Totally. And Fisher's whole media angle was off.
Yeah.
He pushed this narrative that for Tarahumara men, it was shameful to lose to a woman.
Was that true?
Not at all. The book points out their society is extraordinarily egalitarian. Men share childcare, women have status. Fisher completely misunderstood their values.
So those early attempts kind of fizzled.
Mostly. But then, 1994, a different team came. Real old school guys. Vittoriano Churro, Trildo Chacarito, Manuel Luna.
How did they do?
They started dead last. Nobody paid them much attention.
Yeah.
And then they just started moving.
Fast.
Effortlessly. People described it like seeing a cloud or a fog moving across the mountains. They just glided past people, heading for the front. It was stunning.
Wow. Against who? Who was the competition?
Ann Trayson, an
Yeah.
absolute legend.
The name sounds familiar.
She was dominant, like a shy science teacher off the trail, but a circus strongman during races. Smashed records, won Western States and Leadville in the same month. Once. Unbelievable.
So Ann Trayson versus the Tarahumara cloud, what happened?
Ann was smart. She used psychology. Instead of chasing them, she decided to let them hunt her.
Why?
She figured the fear, that primal instinct of being pursued, would push her harder. A mental game at 10,000 feet.
Intense. So, okay, we see these incredible runners. What does it all mean for us, like regular people trying not to get injured?
Well, that's where the science comes in, sparked by seeing the Tarahumara. People like Dr. Daniel Lieberman, Dr. Dennis Bramble started looking at human evolution differently.
The Running Man theory.
Exactly. They argued we aren't just adapted to walk. We're specifically built for endurance running.
How so? What's different about us?
So many things. Our Achilles tendon acts like a spring. The nuchal ligament in our neck holds our head steady when we run, unlike apes. Arched feet for shock absorption, big gluteus maximus muscles.
Our butts.
Yep, crucial for running stability. And maybe the biggest thing, sweat glands. Millions of them.
We're cooling.
Precisely. We're the best air-cooled engine that evolution has ever put on the market. It means we can run for incredibly long distances in the heat, unlike almost any other mammal.
So better than a cheetah.
Different league. Cheetah's a sprinter, overheats fast. We can outlast prey through persistence hunting. Even Neanderthals, apparently smothered in muscle, couldn't handle running in heat like we could.
That changes how you think about jogging. We were made for this.
Fundamentally, we evolved to run long.
Okay, if we're built to run, why all the injuries? And what about the shoes? You mentioned the stats earlier.
Right, the shoe paradox. The studies found runners in expensive shoes, over $95, were more than twice as likely to get hurt as those in cheaper shoes under $40.
Wait, more expensive equals more injuries? That's backwards?
Seems like it, doesn't it? And the
Mhm.
more cushion the shoe, the less protection it provides.
How does that make sense?
Because the thick cushioning encourages you to land hard on your heel. It masks the impact, so you slam down harder than you naturally would. Your body isn't really designed for that repetitive heel shock.
So less cushioning might be better.
It forces a more natural foot strike. If you run barefoot, even for a second on pavement,
Yeah.
you instinctively land lighter, more on your midfoot or forefoot. You use your foot's natural arch and muscles as shock absorbers.
Like Barefoot Ted, the guy in the book.
Exactly. People like him show it. Bill Bowerman at Nike pushed the heel strike style because his cushioned shoes allowed it. But other coaches, like Arthur Lydiard, argued against supporting the foot too much.
What did Lydiard say?
His point was simple. You support an area, it gets weaker. Use it extensively, it gets stronger. Maybe running with less support actually builds stronger, more resilient feet.
Makes sense. Okay, form, shoes. What about fuel? The Tarahumara diet sounds pretty unique.
Super simple, but powerful. Pinoli, that's toasted corn flour. Chia seeds, tiny things packed with protein and omega-3s. And the Teguino, the corn beer.
The whole grain smoothie, as the book calls it.
Pretty much. It's nutrient-dense fuel. Compare that to someone like Scott Jurek, who fuels his incredible endurance on a strict vegan diet.
Right, he's famously vegan.
Or Dr. Ruth Heydrich, diagnosed with aggressive breast cancer, told she had months. She went plant-based, started doing triathlons, became a 6-time Ironman champion in her age group.
No way.
Yes way. And the research backs it up. Exercise can cut breast cancer recurrence risk by up to 50%. Food and movement is medicine.
That's incredible. It links back to that idea of running for something more.
Exactly. Coach Joe Vigil, another legendary figure, talked about searching for the natural-born runner.
Meaning someone genetically gifted?
Not just genetics. Someone who runs for the pure, sheer joy of it, like Emil Zatopek.
The Czech runner. The Czech locomotive.
That's him. Won 3 goals in Helsinki, in 52, 5K, 10K, and the marathon, which he'd never even run before. He ran with this visible agony and ecstasy for the love of life, they said.
And he gave away a medal?
Yeah. Just gave his 10K medal to Ron Clark, another runner. It wasn't about the prize. It was about the act, the joy. So different from our modern ideas of burnout or overtraining.
Maybe we're designed to handle more joy, more running than we think.
The science suggests yes. We are really good at it for a remarkably long time. Studies show 64-year-olds can genuinely compete with 19-year-olds in endurance races. Our capacity is immense.
Okay, so all this context, the history, the science, the spirit, it all leads back to Caballo Blanco's race in the Copper Canyons.
The big one, the Copper Canyon Ultramarathon. And the crew that showed up was amazing.
Who made the trip, besides Scott Jurek?
Oh, you had Jen Shelton and Billy Bonehead, kind of the wild party kids of ultra running. Luis Escobar, the race director and photographer, Eric Orton, the coach who worked with the author, and of course, Barefoot Ted. A real mix of characters heading into the unknown.
Must have been some journey just getting there.
Oh, yeah. Full of adventures. There was the margarita incident.
Sounds ominous.
Jen and Billy might have overindulged a bit before the race. Hilariously so, apparently.
Classic. And the barefoot debate. Ted versus Caballo.
Intense. Caballo was adamant, don't run barefoot here. The cactus thorns are like razor blades. But Ted was committed to his minimalist approach. Big argument.
Plus, they were totally cut off, right? No phones.
Completely. No communication with the outside world. If something went wrong, they were on their own, relying on Caballo and the Tarahumara. Very vulnerable.
Okay, so race day in Urique, what was the scene like?
Festive. Garlands, a mariachi band, a real celebration. Jen and Billy roll in at the absolute last second. The party kids making an entrance.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then, bang, the race starts. And immediately, the local Urique Tarahumara shoot out front.
Using local knowledge.
Yeah. Caballo realized they were shaving the course, taking shortcuts. He was frustrated, but also felt this pang of pity.
Why pity?
He felt they weren't running people anymore in the old way. They were just trying to keep up, maybe win some prize money. The tradition was fading for them. That's kind of sad. So how did the race itself play out?
Dramatically. Jen Shelton actually took the lead early on among the women.
Go, Jen.
But then she took a really nasty fall, just wiped out.
Oh, no. Did anyone stop?
The Tarahumara pack coming up behind her, they just hurtled over her, never looking back.
Wow. Different mindset.
Very different, survival of the fittest almost. Then you had Barefoot Ted hitting a wall, major hydration issues, leading to a pretty desperate urine incident to try and cool down or rehydrate. The details are a bit hazy but extreme.
Yikes. Sounds brutal.
It was. But then you also had these moments of incredible kindness. Like another runner, Bob Francis, hiking miles back down the trail just to bring mango juice to someone who was struggling.
That's the ultra spirit right there.
Exactly. It wasn't just about competition, which makes Rick Sischer's later claims even stranger.
Fisher, he showed up again.
He wasn't there, but he later tried to claim the race was fixed, made these bizarre accusations against Caballo and Scott Jurek. Everyone involved said it made no sense at all. Seemed like sour grapes or something.
Huh. So how did it end? Who won?
Arnolfo Kumare won for the Tarahumara. Scott Jurek came in a close second. But the finish line scene was the real story.
How so?
Instead of just finishing and collapsing, runners like Scott, a 7-time Western States champ, were turning around, going back down the trail to cheer on the people still coming in.
I'm acknowledging the struggle.
Yeah. Scott said something like, it takes more guts than going fast to just keep going when you're back there. And then Jen and Billy, the party kids.
What'd they do?
They won some prize money, which they desperately needed for the bus ride home.
Yeah.
But they gave it away.
To who?
to the Tarahumara runners who finished behind them. Just handed it over. Pure Karema.
Wow. That's the spirit Caballo wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Community, sharing, the love of the run itself.
So wrapping this all up, this whole journey, the Tarahumara, the science,
All right.
what's the big takeaway?
I mean, for me, it comes back to what Dr. Bramble and Lieberman showed.
Right.
Our bodies are incredible machines built to run. We're designed for endurance.
Right. It's in our DNA.
And that joy of movement, community, connection, it seems fundamental. Not just exercise, but something deeper about being human.
But there's that conflict, right? What Dr. Gramble called
The mind-body conflict, yeah.
Yeah.
He points to his head and says the problem is right up here.
meaning.
Our body is built for performance, ready to go. But our brain, it's a bargain shopper, always looking to save energy. That instinct saved us for millennia when calories were scarce.
Not now.
Now, with drive, thrusts, and couches, that energy-saving instinct works against our body's need to move. We have to consciously override the bargain shopper.
That leads perfectly into the final thought we wanted to leave people with. It's from Dr. Lieberman.
Yeah, it's a powerful one.
He says, if you don't think you were born to run, you're not only denying history, you're denying who you are.
Oof, that hits home.
Doesn't it? So maybe the challenge for all of us is to just reconsider. Think about movement, about running not as a chore, but as tapping into something ancient and joyful within us.
And maybe, just maybe, embracing that could do more than just make us feel better individually. The book hints it could halt epidemics in their tracks.
A big thought, but maybe true. Thank you for joining us on this really fascinating deep dive.
Absolutely, lots to think about.
Definitely. Keep exploring, everyone, one step at a time.